Here's some tips for buyers. The market's difficult right now in Luxembourg. I'm recording this in October of 2022. The market is difficult because interest rates have gone up dramatically, which has reduced the purchasing power of all buyers. But it has also pushed some buyers out of the market completely, who no longer can afford what they wanted to buy even just a year ago. So it's important that when you start looking for a new home, that you start this procedure by going to the bank first. You can't be shopping for something not knowing how much money you have available. This is really important because if you get to a house that you like and you want to make a purchase offer, that agent's going to ask you if your financing is in place, because the owner of the home can't afford to sign a purchase agreement with you not knowing if the finances are in place. And so I know that there's a complication that when you go to certain banks, the banks will tell you, well, bring me a purchase agreement and we'll tell you if you get the money for that house. But the problem is you won't even get to the purchase agreement if you can't show that you have your finances in place. So it's like a chicken and egg kind of situation. So if you have a banker or a bank that doesn't want to work with you in figuring out what your budget is, change banks. You should also talk to an agent about your criteria for your new home. What I see all the time is that people have a list of 29 pages with criteria, but they have a budget, of just a couple €100,000. It's not in relation. So it's important to talk to an agent to make sure that your criteria are realistic and that and they can guide you to maybe areas or locations of places where you can find such homes. One tip that I usually give to buyers is to make a list with two columns, where in one column you write the criteria that you absolutely have to have, and in the other column the criteria of the things that you can be flexible on. If you go through that exercise, it makes it much clearer to you what you actually want. Because one problem that we see all the time is that when we're showing a house to a couple, for example, all of a sudden the couple is starting to argue in front of us what they actually want. So it shows that those people don't know what they want. And so how can you find what you want if you don't even know what you're looking for? And so it might be a good idea to speak with an agent to clarify exactly what you're looking for and if your expectations are realistic.